Episode 2. The Emotionless Luna. Nathan's hand was still on my waist when we heard footsteps crunching through the woods. We broke apart. Well, he stepped back. I just stood there like an idiot, trying to figure out what I was supposed to be feeling right now. Excitement? Nervousness? That fluttery thing people always talked about? All I got was a vague sense of something, like static on a TV screen. My wolf was pleased, though. She kept circling in my head like she'd won the lottery. "Nathan?" a voice called out. Male, authority in it. Nathan sighed and squeezed my hand. "My father," he said quietly. He probably felt the bond shift. I blinked. The bond shifts when you find your mate? For an alpha, yes. The pack link adjusts to include the Luna bond. Oh, great. So everyone probably knew by now. My mother was going to lose her mind. Alpha Jerome emerged from the trees, and I immediately straightened up. He was an older version of Nathan, same dark eyes, same strong jaw, but with silver threading through his hair and lines around his eyes that suggested he smiled often. He looked at me, then at Nathan, then back at me. A slow smile spread across his face. "Well," he said, "this is unexpected. Father, this is Alexis Hartwell. Alex, she's your mate," Alpha Jerome finished. "I can feel it through the bond. Congratulations, son." He turned to me, and I resisted the urge to fidget. "Alexis, I believe I know your parents. Mara and Tom Hartwell, correct?" I nodded. "Yes, sir. Your father is one of our most reliable pack members. Good man. And your mother volunteers with the pups regularly." He paused, studying me. "I don't believe I've seen you at many pack gatherings." "I've been away at school," I said. "UCLA, chemistry major." Something flickered in his eyes. Surprise, maybe? I couldn't tell. I really needed to get better at this whole reading people thing. Chemistry. Impressive. Nathan studied business administration. He glanced at his son. "I assume you'll want to introduce her properly?" Nathan nodded. "I was thinking privately first. Let her adjust before the pack swarms her." "Wise," Alpha Jerome said, "though I suspect the gossip is already spreading." "You two disappeared rather quickly." He smiled at me. "Welcome to the family, Alexis. I look forward to getting to know you better." He left, and I let out a breath I didn't know I'd been holding. Nathan turned to me. "You okay?" "Define okay," I said. "I met my mate. Found out he's the alpha, and apparently the entire pack now knows about it. All before I've had coffee." He laughed. Actually laughed. It was a nice sound. Warm. Like his scent. "Come on," he said. "Let's get you that coffee, and maybe some food. You said something about bacon grease earlier?" I looked down at my shirt. The stain was barely visible, but I could smell it. "I overslept. Rushed breakfast. It was a whole thing." "You slept through my alpha ceremony," he said, but he was smiling. "In your defense, those things are incredibly boring. I barely stayed awake for my own." We walked back toward the pack house, and I could feel eyes on us the moment we emerged from the woods. Whispers started immediately. I caught fragments as we passed. "That's Tom and Mara's daughter. The quiet one who left for college. She doesn't look like Luna material. Did you see her clothes?" I glanced down at my jeans and red shirt. What was wrong with my clothes? Nathan's hand tightened around mine. "Ignore them," he said quietly. "They'll get used to it." "Used to what?" "Me existing. Used to me having a mate. Used to you being Luna. Change makes people nervous." Luna. Right. That was apparently my new job title. I didn't even know what a Luna did exactly. Smile at people? Organize events? Pretend to care about pack drama? This was going to be a disaster. We entered the pack house through a side door, avoiding the main party. Nathan led me down a hallway to what looked like an office. He gestured to a leather couch. Sit. I'll get you something to eat. You don't have to. Alex. He said my name like it meant something. Let me take care of you. Please. I sat. Mostly because arguing seemed like more effort than I could manage right now. He disappeared, and I took the opportunity to look around. The office was clean, organized. Bookshelves lined one wall. Business texts, leadership books, pack histories. A desk sat near the window with a laptop and neat stacks of papers. This was Nathan's space, the new Alpha's office, and I was supposed to fit into this world somehow. Me, the girl who couldn't identify her own emotions, who avoided pack gatherings like the plague, who'd rather solve chemical equations than make small talk. My wolf huffed in my head. You're being dramatic. I'm being realistic, I told her. There's a difference. Our mate is perfect. The pack will accept us. You didn't hear what they were saying out there. She went quiet. Even she couldn't argue with pack gossip. Nathan returned with a plate of food and a mug of coffee. Black, 2 sugars, he said, handing me the mug. I guessed. How did you? Your scent. It has a sweet note underneath the... He paused. Underneath the what? I asked, genuinely curious. Vanilla and something sharper? Chemical almost. It's unique. He set the plate on the coffee table. Sandwiches, fruit, some kind of pastry. Eat, then we'll talk. I ate because my stomach was growling and because it gave me something to do with my hands. Nathan sat across from me, watching. Not in a creepy way, more like he was trying to figure me out. Good luck with that. I was still trying to figure myself out. So, he said eventually, UCLA. How long until you graduate? 1.5 years, maybe 2 if I do the advanced organic chemistry track. And then? I shrugged. Get a job. Maybe research. Maybe pharmaceutical development. I haven't decided yet. All in Los Angeles? His tone was careful. Neutral. I set down my coffee. That's where the opportunities are. Most of the big pharma companies recruit from UCLA. I've already had 2 internship offers. I see. We sat in silence for a moment. This was the conversation neither of us wanted to have. The geography problem. The life problem. The what happens now problem. I can't leave the pack, Nathan said finally. Not now. Not when I've just become alpha. They need stability, leadership, consistency. I know, I said. And I did. I wasn't an idiot. Alphas didn't just abandon their packs to follow their mates to California. And I can't leave school. Not when I'm this close to finishing. I know, he echoed. More silence. My wolf whined. His wolf, I could feel it now through the bond, was agitated, pacing. We'll figure it out, Nathan said. We have time. Do we? I asked. You just became alpha. You need a Luna. A proper one. Someone who knows what they're doing. You're my mate. That makes you the proper one. I laughed. It came out bitter. Nathan, I can't even tell when people are upset unless they're literally crying. I don't do emotions. I don't do pack bonding. I don't do any of this. I gestured vaguely at the office, the pack house, the world outside. He moved to sit beside me on the couch. Tell me about it. The alexithymia. I blinked. You know what it's called? I looked it up. While you were sleeping in the car, I was sitting through the ceremony thinking about why I couldn't find my mate. Then I found you, and I wanted to know everything about you. Your brother Cameron was very helpful. Cameron has a big mouth, I muttered. He cares about you, Nathan said. They all do. Your family. My family thinks I'm broken. Are you? I looked at him. Really looked at him. He wasn't judging. He was genuinely asking. I don't know, I said honestly. I feel things. I just can't identify them. Can't express them properly. It's like everyone else got an instruction manual for emotions, and I got a book in a language I can't read. What do you feel right now? He asked. I closed my eyes, tried to sort through the static. My heart is beating faster. There's something in my chest. Tightness, maybe? Or warmth? I can't tell. My wolf is pleased, content. But I don't know what I'm feeling. I open my eyes. Probably anxiety. That would make sense, logically. This is an anxiety-inducing situation. Nathan's hand came up to cup my face. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Don't I? You're the alpha. I'm supposed to be the Luna. The pack is already gossiping about how I'm not good enough. They don't know you yet. And when they do, when they realize their Luna can't empathize with them, can't comfort them properly, can't even tell when someone's upset unless it's obvious. My voice was rising, not with emotion, I didn't think, but with volume, because volume was easier than actual feeling. Nathan pulled me closer. His scent wrapped around me, cocoa and something woodsy. Pine, maybe. We'll figure it out, he said again. Together. You keep saying that, because I mean it. A knock on the door interrupted us. Come in, Nathan called. The door opened and my mother rushed in, followed by my father and Alpha Jerome. Oh no. Alexis Marie Hartwell, my mother said. And I knew I was in trouble. She only used my full name when she was upset. You couldn't have told us you found your mate? We had to hear it from pack gossip? I found out 20 minutes ago, I said flatly, and you didn't think to... Mara, my father interrupted gently. He looked at me, then at Nathan. Congratulations to both of you. My mother huffed, but nodded. Yes, congratulations. This is wonderful news. She didn't sound like it was wonderful news. She sounded stressed. Alpha Jerome cleared his throat. I thought we might have a private discussion. Family only. Nathan, Alex. If you don't mind. We didn't really have a choice. This was still his pack house, technically. We all sat, Nathan and I on the couch, my parents in the chairs across from us, Alpha Jerome leaning against the desk. The pack is talking, Alpha Jerome said without preamble. About the new Luna. I felt Nathan tense beside me. It's been less than an hour, he said. Give them time to adjust. I'm not criticizing, Alpha Jerome said. I'm informing. You need to know what you're walking into. What are they saying? I asked. My father shifted uncomfortably. My mother looked at her hands. Great. This was going to be bad. They're concerned, Alpha Jerome said carefully. You're young. You've been away from the pack for years. You're different from what they expected. Different how? Nathan's voice had an edge to it now. She doesn't show emotion, my mother blurted out. Everyone can see it. The way she talks, the way she reacts. They're saying the new Luna feels nothing. Silence. I wanted to be hurt, angry, something. But all I felt was that same static, that same blankness. She has alexithymia, Nathan said. It's a recognized condition. She feels emotions. She just processes them differently. My father nodded. We've known since she was young. We've tried to help her, but nothing helped, I finished. Because there's nothing to help. This is just how I am. My mother's eyes were wet. Was she crying? I couldn't tell if those were actual tears or just watery eyes. We love you, honey. We do. But being Luna requires emotional intelligence, empathy, connection. How can you lead beside Nathan if you can't even tell what people are feeling? That's enough, Nathan said. His voice had dropped. Alpha command rippled through it. My mother immediately went quiet. Even Alpha Jerome straightened slightly. Alex is my mate, Nathan continued. That makes her Luna. The moon goddess doesn't make mistakes. The moon goddess also doesn't prepare packs for unusual circumstances, a new voice said from the doorway. We all turned. Elder Marcus stood there, one of the oldest pack members, a man whose advice carried weight. He looked at me with eyes that had seen decades of pack life. An emotionless Luna is a risk, he said quietly. Not to the alpha, but to the pack. How can she nurture when she can't feel? How can she guide when she can't empathize? How can she be trusted to care for this pack when she can't even care for herself? The words should have hurt. Maybe they did. I couldn't tell through the static. Nathan stood, and I felt the alpha power rolling off him in waves. Elder Marcus, with respect. Think about it, Alpha, Marcus interrupted. Not now, not in anger. But think about what's best for the pack. A Luna who cannot feel. That's a risk none of us have faced before. He left. The room felt colder somehow. My mother was definitely crying now. My father looked torn between defending me and agreeing with the elder. Alpha Jerome's expression was unreadable. Nathan sat back down beside me. His hand found mine. Don't listen to them, he said. We'll prove them wrong. But his voice was tight, uncertain. And for the first time since meeting him, I wondered if he was starting to doubt too. My wolf curled up in my head, quiet and small. And I sat there on that leather couch, surrounded by family and judgment and expectations I couldn't meet, feeling nothing at all, or maybe feeling everything, and just not knowing it. What's your verdict? Should the pack accept her, or do they have a point? Don't leave without subscribing. Episodes drop every day, and trust me, you'll want to stay for the next one.